What is going on, everybody? This is CardboardCellar, and I hope everyone had a fantastic week. My 38 card COMC order has finally arrived, and I'm super excited to show you guys the stuff I picked up in my order. I'll be separating this order into 3 parts. That way it's a little bit more organized for my channel as well as you guys watching. So the first video will actually be, today's video, will actually be my shortest video of the COMC order, and that will be the cards I picked up for resale purposes. And the reason why it's going to be the shortest video, because I accidentally picked up 3 cards for resale, and that is because I usually don't pick up a whole lot of cards out of COMC for resale, because if I wanted to flip a card, I usually just flip it on their site. But originally, 2 of these cards were actually going to be going to my collection, and I have since changed my collection and I stopped collecting football 101 autographs. So now these 2 cards, along with another, will be up for sale. So I may indeed lose money on the 2 cards I once upon a time picked up from my collection. So I may happen to lose money on those, but I'm more than happy to lose money on cards that were originally going to be for my collection, and hopefully I can find a good home and put it into somebody else's collection. So if I do happen to lose money on it, like I said, more than happy to, as long as it goes to a good home. But let's go ahead and get right into this 3-card COMC order, Mailday, for my resale cards that I picked up. The first one is coming from 2017 contenders. It is a black printing plate 101 of David Johnson. This is a name that kind of, after he had that injury, kind of went downhill a little bit. A lot of people, his prices dropped dramatically, and here towards the back end of the season, he's kind of been picking up his play. That Cardinals offense just hasn't really looked good all year, so it kind of minimized his awareness in that Cardinals offense. But this is a talented back for sure in the NFL. If they can put together a few more pieces in that Cardinals offense, I'm sure his stuff will go back up to where it was, because I mean, this guy was a heck of a runner before he went down with that injury, and I think a lot of people have already forgot about that. Like I said, he picked up his play towards the back end of the season here. Has been playing pretty well in that Cardinals offense. They're finally starting to utilize him a little bit more than what they were at the beginning of the season, that's for sure. I mean, he wasn't even catching passes out of the backfield at the beginning of the season, so hopefully he'll be able to string together couple good games to finish out the season, and hopefully he goes into the next season, you know, with a chip on his shoulder, and they put together a few more pieces in that Cardinals offense, and he'll explode to the potential of running back that he is capable of being in the NFL. So a 6'6", 2017 contenders black printing plate 101 of David Johnson. This got some pretty nasty ink smear down there at the bottom, but still a sweet 101 of David Johnson nonetheless. On to our second card. This is the next 2 cards are the cards that I originally picked up for my 101 football autograph card collection, but have now since decided to sell those. And I picked up both these because I just thought they were really cheap. This first one is coming from 2016 Leaf Draft. It is a Scion printing plate 101 autograph card of Steven Shue. I believe I'm pronouncing his name right. So a nice Leaf Draft 101 printing plate that was once upon a time going to be going to my collection. Like I said, this picked these up because they're pretty cheap. These next 2, or next one after this one, and I was going to put them in my collection. So like I said, for reselling, if I do end up losing money on this, I'm okay with it as long as it goes to a good home. Sometimes it's not always about making money on the cards I resell, as long as it fits to a good home and someone who's going to enjoy it. Like I said, because I was originally going to enjoy this in my personal collection, just decided to switch on my collection since then, but still a nice 2016 Leaf Draft Scion printing plate 101 autograph card of Steven Shue. Actually, in my 101 football autograph card collection that I did have, well, I do have a bunch of them, so I still got to sell a bunch of them, but I didn't have many Leaf Draft 101 printing plates, so this would have been a nice addition to that collection. Nice 101 autograph of Steven Shue. And our last card in our little COMC Mailday for resale cards picked up. This one's coming from 2013 Absolute. It is a Spectrum black printing plate 101 autographs of Matt Elam. Nice rookie 101 auto of Matt Elam. that was, like I said, another one that was originally going to go into my collection, but will now be up for sale. 6/6 101 Spectrum black printing plate from Absolute, 2013 Absolute, autograph of Matt Elam. I actually do kind of like the Absolute plates. They look pretty sweet, and also this one does have the little black ink smear on the top, kind of like that David Johnson did have on the bottom as well. Actually, I kind of talked about it a little bit when I was picking up all those printing plates for my collection. I actually don't see a whole lot of ink smears on printing plates. You think it'd be a little bit more common, but most of the printing plates I picked up usually just contain your scratches on the back, kind of like that. Got quite a few scratches on the back, and occasionally there's some dents in the plate, but I hardly ever get printing plates in that have ink smears. So to have two in one little COMC order is actually kind of surprising for me. But a 6/6 2013 Absolute Spectrum black printing plate 101 autograph of Matt Elam, rookie 101 autograph. Sick 101 auto. To finish off this little 3-card COMC Mailday for the cards that I picked up for resale. Like I said, I may indeed lose money on those 2 cards that I picked up that were once going to go in my collection, but like I said, more than happy to do so as long as it goes to a good home. Because I mainly just picked them up because they were super cheap, and they may not resell for much, but we'll have to see. I'll definitely keep doing the stuff I've been doing with my videos for reselling cards, and then also the cards I picked up, I'll add the purchase price and like the value I think it's at. Hopefully you guys are enjoying that stuff, a little insight on the stuff I buy for resale. But technically those cards are supposed to be for resale, but I'll still add it nonetheless. But other than that, guys, this has been CardboardCellar, and I hope you guys enjoyed.